Hey, Miss Amy's Artist. This is our fourth project for the whole quarter, and it's all going to be based on color, okay? So this is my example for y'all. It's a watercolor painting of my brush that I used, and it's got a face on it to give it some personality, and the color that I chose to use are the cool colors. So mainly purple and then also some blue. And we're going to be reading today My Many Colored Days by Dr. Seuss. Okay? All right, let me put this back and then we'll get started. Okay. Just quickly also, this is an example of one type of color wheel, and I just want y'all to notice with me that from yellow all the way to this red violet, we would consider these to be warm colors. So often we associate some of these with the sun or fire or things that are warm. Now on the other side, we would often associate these with cool colors. So like water or rain or the forest, okay? So be thinking about warm and cool as we're reading our book today. So My Many Colored Days by Dr. Seuss. Some days are yellow. Some days are blue. On different days, I'm different too. You'd be surprised how many ways I change on different colored days. On bright red days, how good it feels to be a horse and kick my heels. On other days, I'm other things. On bright blue days, I flap my wings. Some days, of course, I feel sort of brown. Then I feel slow and low down. Then comes a yellow day, and whee, I'm a busy, busy bee. Whoops. Gray day, everything is gray. I watch, but nothing moves today. Then all of a sudden, I'm a circus seal. On my orange days, that's how I feel. Green days deep, deep in the sea, cool and quiet fish, that's me. And on purple days, I'm sad. I groan and drag my tail, and I walk alone. When my days are happy pink, it's great to jump and just not think. Then come my black days, mad and loud. I howl and growl at every cloud. Then comes a mixed up day and wham! I don't know who or what I am. But it all turns out all right, you see, and I go back to being me. All right, y'all. And maybe some of you, when you think of red, might think of happiness and love. Other people might think of anger. We have just different mood associations with different colors, and that is just fine. So in my painting, I chose to make my paintbrush really large, and because right now we are upon monsoon season at this time when I'm filming. I'm thinking about these blues and violets and a little bit of gray. And this is my character of the brush, and this is what that brush painted. And I'm going to do a demonstration for you with paint, and then I'm also going to do a demonstration for you with marker, because in your project today, I would like for you to please either draw your marker or your crayon or your paintbrush or whatever your grown up has to hand. And then I would like to see how you make that marker or that paintbrush or that crayon travel around and which colors you choose to use, okay? All right, so I'll be with you in a second while we do our demo. Okay, so for the first demo, I'm going to be using a watercolor palette and just a yogurt cup with water and a brush. And then this is our color wheel to remind us what are the warm and cool colors, okay? So I have done this painting already for you, but I just want to show you one way to make that paintbrush travel around. Now, I'm using a flat brush. It's one with a straight edge and it looks like a square and it's pretty thick because I worked on a pretty large sheet of paper. I'm going to take my brush and dip it in the water slightly. And then I'm going to come in with some purple. My brush is not too wet. And then I'm going to make it kind of travel in this way. And then you can see the texture of those brush strokes. I'm going to dip it back in the water, put some more blue on. Purple. And then make it travel like this. And it's just fine when you're painting to have some white. It kind of lets the light show through. I'm going to put this right back and put it in some blue now. And then I'm going to make it travel. So that is one way of using a watercolor brush. All right. Now, if you choose not to do watercolor, you don't have watercolors at home, that's just fine. This is another idea for you. So let me put these materials up. And all I need now is a pencil and a marker and my paper. Okay, so what I did ahead of time, y'all, is I took a marker and I took the lid off and I drew it. So I'm gonna go over it with the marker so y'all can see it better. So this is my lid. And this is my marker. And I'm gonna darken that tip in. And here's what I'm looking at, y'all. And we had talked about lines in a different project. And I'm gonna draw some lines with my marker. And I'm choosing the color red. Because for me, red is about excitement and warmth and love. So here's my marker. And then I'm going to make some lines that come out of the tip of it. So I'm going to do these loopy lines first. And then I'm going to do some skip lines or dotted lines down here. and have those travel, and then some zigzagged lines. And then I'm going to do heart here. All right, and then I can make some choices. Like if some of my lines have created shapes, I can fill those in. And if you want to use more than one color, you certainly can. So you can think about if you want to do crayon, marker, paint, color pencil, pastel. Think about which art tool you want to draw, the color, and what kind of lines or patterns or shapes. Okay. All right, y'all. I am looking so forward to seeing what creative ideas you have and what color choices you're going to make and all the things. Okay? So, can't wait to see what you turn in. Talk to you soon. Bye.